Dealers may argue otherwise, but trikes once hailed as revolutionary are now sitting untouched. Yet that's the truth. From luxury tourers to hybrid leaners, these 7 Japanese machines failed to attract buyers. But why? What caused confidence to vanish? Was it weight, price, or complexity? And which one still hides the ultimate bargain? Stick around. Number 7. Honda Goldwing GL 1800 Trike. There was an era when the Honda Goldwing GL 1800 Trike wasn't just another motorcycle. It represented the gold standard for long-distance comfort. This was built for riders who weren't content with simply traveling from one place to another. They wanted to arrive wrapped in unmatched luxury. Adding a third wheel to this legendary touring bike turned it into something completely fresh, a fortress on wheels. It wasn't just about reaching your destination, but about savoring every mile with grandeur. The Goldwing Trike's attraction comes from its blend of comfort and power. Riders sink into plush 2-up seating that feels closer to an armchair than a motorcycle perch. Hard sculpted saddlebags are not only roomy, but carefully shaped to balance the trike's massive frame. Cruise control eliminates stress on long stretches, while it's wind tunnel tested. Fairing cuts buffeting to a minimum, keeping highway rides smooth and calm. Modern touches like heated grips make cold mornings easier. At its heart lies a 1800cc, horizontally opposed 6-cylinder engine delivering 120 horsepower and 110 feet-lbs of torque, built for effortless cruising. Whether tackling mountain passes or sweeping coastlines, the Trike tips the scales at 974 lbs, paired with a 29.1-inch seat height. Linked braking provides stronger stopping, while adjustable suspension keeps things steady even on rough roads. Together, its weight, suspension, and brakes create a stable long-distance touring machine. But with luxury and power comes a drawback. The Goldwing Trike's price easily climbs beyond $25,000, before factoring in premium accessory kits dealers love to add. Its sheer footprint also poses issues, barely fitting standard garages, demanding wide parking, and requiring skill in tight spaces. For newer riders, or those with aging joints, the turning radius and heft can feel overwhelming. In today's market of nimble adventure bikes and compact tours, the Trike risks looking like a heavyweight relic. Even so, dealerships still lean on its legendary name. Showrooms display the Goldwing under spotlights with premium signage, as sales teams pitch it to retirees and cross-country riders. Yet the enthusiasm has faded. The showroom buzz is gone, replaced by units gathering dust, while buyers turn toward models like the Africa Twin or mid-size cruisers offering similar touring ability without the excess bulk. We searched dealer floors and financing deals to uncover 7 Japanese Trike bargains. Now you'll know which ones are overpriced hype and which are hidden gems. If this breakdown saved you hours of searching, hit subscribe and drop a like. Number 6. Yamaha Niken. When Yamaha first rolled out the Niken, it didn't just turn heads, it left jaws dropped. This wasn't just another bike. It looked like a futuristic concept sketch brought to life. With 2 front wheels leaning in perfect sync, Yamaha promised an entirely new experience. They claimed the Niken would transform cornering grip, stability, and rider confidence. Built on the MT-09 platform, it was pitched as the next step for sport bikes, offering super sport intensity in corners without front-end fear. Some saw the future of riding. Others saw an experiment pushed too far. Its standout feature, the dual front wheel system, lets the bike lean naturally, while giving added grip and stability, especially on low traction surfaces. The design's goal was simple: more grip means more speed through corners. On paper, the logic worked. On the road, reactions were mixed. The Niken runs on an 849 ccs liquid-cooled inline-3 pumping 106 horsepower and 62 Hungarian 4-inch lbs of torque, giving it lively character. Weighing 538 lbs with a 37-inch seat, it balances sportiness with comfort. The front dual forks are electronically adjustable, rear suspension is a monoshock tuned for sporty. Handling and brakes are twin discs up front, single disc rear, solid stopping performance. At about $16,000, it was a bold premium choice. Initial curiosity was high. Riders lined up for demos, fascinated by its odd looks and claims. But intrigue rarely turned into long-term ownership. Many said, "It's cool, but not for me." The dual forks doubled maintenance, replacing 2 front tires meant extra cost, and mechanics weren't eager to service it. Parts availability raised concerns about Yamaha's long-term support. Still, that's the point. The Niken wasn't meant for everyone. It was for riders chasing uniqueness over convention. If you prefer blending in, plenty of regular sport bikes exist. But if you crave something that stops traffic and sparks conversation at every gas station, the Niken delivers. You'll still find them at local dealerships, not hidden away. And as we leave behind Yamaha's radical dual-front experiment, we move to the timeless cruiser, World, where even retro charm couldn't save one machine from slow showroom sales. Number 5. Suzuki Bergman 650 Executive Trike Conversion. At first glance, the Bergman 650 Executive Trike Conversion doesn't resemble your usual touring rig. It lacks a cruiser's imposing stance or an adventure bike's rugged edge. Instead, it takes its own lane, combining maxi scooter convenience with trike stability. The result? A surprisingly competent, approachable ride. You get scooter-like twist-and-go simplicity plus trike stability, generous underseat storage, a fairing shaped like a wind tunnel, and solid wind protection round out the package. It may not sparkle with chrome or rumble with a V-twin, but in busy city life, practicality beats style. Its appeal lies in ease of use. Riders intimidated by heavyweight touring bikes with manual gearboxes will like its scooter feel. Just twist the throttle, no clutch, no shifting. Navigating narrow streets or stop-and-go traffic is stress-free. Power comes from a 650 cc's liquid-cooled parallel twin producing 49 horsepower and 36 lb-ft torque. Modest compared to big tourers, but enough for commutes and light touring. Weighing 680 lbs, it balances mass with a low center of gravity. The CVT transmission removes gear worries, while disc and drum brakes ensure reliable stops. Priced near $12,000, it sits mid-range among trikes. Still, it divides opinion. Scooter purists call it overly complicated, while motorcycle traditionalists dismiss it as a scooter on training wheels. The main critique is its modest highway power, where uphill stretches strain the engine. It can keep up, but not with the effortless thrust of a bigger trike. Dealerships leaned into its niche appeal. Many bundle accessory kits, lockable cases, chrome trims, heated grips, pillion backrests, gel seats, and weatherproof floorboards. Financing deals include 0% interest, trade-in bonuses up to $1,000, and deferred payments, targeting commuters and older riders. But if this practical city-focused scooter trike feels too tame, the next machine swings hard the other way, full-size touring swagger with old-school muscle. Number 4. Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager Trike if you dream of the open road. With vintage flair, the Vulcan 1700 Voyager Trike might be your ticket. It's a throwback tribute to American touring bikes, clad in broad body panels, oversized fenders, and a dual headlight fairing straight from the 60s spirit. Its heart is a 1700cc liquid-cooled V-twin producing 71 horsepower and 90 lb-ft torque. Smooth, steady, and reliable. Ideal for long-haul rides where comfort matters more than outright speed. Weighing 1,035 lbs, it uses shaft drive for low-maintenance torque. Braking comes from dual front discs and a single rear, with telescopic front forks and rear dual shocks smoothing the ride. Originally priced at $27,000, it aimed premium. But sales were slow. Some riders love its retro design, while others see it as outdated, lacking ride-by-wire, touchscreen infotainment, or smartphone integration. Younger buyers expect more tech at this price. Kawasaki dealers responded with big discounts, free warranties, loyalty bonuses, and even 7-year zero-down financing. Luggage capacity is massive, rivaling small cars with hard saddlebags and a roomy top case. Its wide stance adds stability in corners, keeping it planted. For older riders or those cross-shopping Harley Triglides and Can-Am Spyders, the Voyager offers familiar cruiser charm with solid touring function. Number 3. Honda CTX 700N Trike Conversion blending simplicity with stability. The Honda CTX 700N Trike Conversion offers a minimalist, practical approach. It strips away chrome, clutch, and swagger, leaving only what matters: ease and confidence. With low seat height, automatic DCT transmission, and neutral handling, it's aimed at riders wanting practicality over drama. For beginners, older riders, or commuters, It's a stress-free option. Its 670 cc's parallel twin produces 47 horsepower and 50 lb-ft torque, sufficient for daily use and light touring. At 498 lbs, it's among the lightest trikes. Suspension is basic, telescopic fork front, twin shocks rear, while braking uses dual front discs and a single rear disc. Priced around $7,800, it's one of the most affordable trike entries. But its simplicity has limits. Power feels flat above 4,000 revolutions per minute, highway overtakes are sluggish, and the engine note lacks character. Styling too is plain, with blocky shapes and minimal fairings. Cruiser fans often pass it over for chrome-laden alternatives, yet for the right rider, it's a gem. Unintimidating, reliable, and easy to live with. No gear shifting, no balancing worries, just twist and go. If the CTX leans on minimalism, the next trike heads to the opposite extreme. Raw performance with a sport touring pedigree. Number 2. Yamaha FJR 1300 trike conversion. On the other end sits Yamaha's FJR 1000. 300 trike conversion, a bold mix of high-speed sport touring and three-wheeled stability. Born from Yamaha's acclaimed long-distance platform, it was engineered for race-bred performance with long-haul comfort. The Trike kit trades some agility for added stability and cargo capacity. It's the choice for riders who once lived for carving apexes, but now seek comfort without losing speed. Power comes from a 1,300cc inline-4 producing 126 horsepower and 98 lb-ft torque, delivering thrilling performance. Weighing 675 lbs, it carries sport-tuned suspension, telescopic forks. Number 1. Honda DN01 Trike conversion. Few motorcycles have divided opinion quite like the Honda DN01, and its trike conversion only amplified the debate. When it first appeared, the DN01 wasn't easily categorized. It wasn't a cruiser, not exactly a scooter, and not quite a sport bike either. Instead, Honda introduced what it called a crossover, blending futuristic styling with automatic transmission and scooter-like convenience. As a two-wheeler, it already carried a reputation as one of Honda's strangest experiments. Adding a third wheel through trike conversions gave it even more of a niche identity. On paper, it promised the comfort and ease of a scooter, combined with motorcycle stability and futuristic flair. In reality, though, many buyers simply didn't know what to make of it. Its design looked more like a concept vehicle than a production bike. A low-slung frame, wide fairings, and an unconventional silhouette made it stand out instantly. The automatic transmission was ahead of its time, using Honda's HFT human-friendly transmission system, essentially a continuously variable setup that removed shifting entirely. Twist the throttle, and the DN01 just went. Power came from a 680 cc's liquid-cooled V-twin, producing around 61 horsepower and 47 lb-ft of torque. Adequate for urban commuting and light touring, but far from exhilarating. The trike conversion added stability but also weight, dulling performance even more. At over 595 lbs as a two-wheeler, and heavier still as a trike, it was no lightweight. Brakes were adequate, with dual discs up front and a single rear, but the bike's heft meant it never felt particularly quick to stop. Then came the price. As a motorcycle, the DN01 already shocked buyers with a sticker nearing $15,000. A steep tag for something that wasn't clearly a cruiser or a tourer. A rolling piece of Honda history that dared to be different. So there you have it. The 7 Japanese trikes that dealerships couldn't sell. Machines that once carried bold promises but ended up as hard sells gathering dust. Some failed because of high prices, others because of heavy weight, complexity, or simply being too far ahead of their time. But for riders willing to look past the flaws, there are bargains waiting in. The Shadows, unique machines with comfort, stability, and undeniable character.